Venezuela is experiencing escalating unrest following the re-election of President Nicolás Maduro, with protests erupting nationwide. At least 2 fatalities have been reported, one in the border state of Táchira and another in Maracay, as demonstrators take to the streets to challenge the official results. The National Electoral Council announced Maduro's victory on Monday, confirming him for another 6-year term. However, the CNE, which is heavily influenced by Maduro's allies, has yet to release detailed voting results, fueling public outrage. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro spoke to the nation on Monday amid escalating protests over the contested election results. He accused the opposition of deliberately fueling a political crisis in reaction to his re-election.
Crises serve to grow. They want to create a political crisis. They have not been able to and will not be able to. But these circumstances that we are living will teach us. I trust and have absolute faith in you, compatriot, that you see me. Beyond political and partisanship, peace belongs to all of Venezuela.
The protests have been widespread, with significant demonstrations near the presidential palace in Caracas and outside electoral authority offices. Videos on social media show protesters tearing down Maduro's election posters and clashing with security forces. Maduro's re-election comes amid a backdrop of economic crisis and political tension. His administration has been accused of suppressing dissent and manipulating elections. The 2018 election also faced international condemnation, with many countries refusing to recognize Maduro's legitimacy. Edmundo González Urrutia, the main opposition candidate, was a late substitute for Maria Corina Machado, who was barred from running. González's supporters claim that independent exit polls indicated his victory, contradicting the CNE's announcement of Maduro's win.
With the tally sheets that are left, even if the CNE, National Electoral Council, would just write 100% of the remaining votes to incumbent Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro, those won't be enough to beat Edmundo. We have enough, it's enough. The difference was so big, the difference was overwhelming.
International watchdogs have raised alarms about the election's fairness. The Carter Center has demanded the release of detailed polling data, while EU officials have called for a thorough investigation into the election process. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken expressed on Monday that Washington has serious concerns regarding the reported results of Venezuela's election.
We've seen the announcement just a short while ago by the Venezuelan Electoral Commission. We have serious concerns that the result announced does not reflect the will or the votes of the Venezuelan people. It's critical that every vote be counted fairly and transparently, that election officials immediately share information with the opposition and independent observers without delay, and that the electoral authorities publish the detailed tabulation of votes. The international community is watching this very closely and will respond accordingly.
Venezuela is grappling with severe economic difficulties, including hyperinflation and widespread poverty. Despite its vast oil reserves, the country has faced economic decline due to government policies and international sanctions. In response to the protests, Maduro has pledged to use security forces to restore order. The Organization of American States is set to discuss the situation, and Peru has expelled Venezuelan diplomats over the election controversy. As protests continue, Venezuela's political future remains uncertain, with significant domestic and international scrutiny on the legitimacy of Maduro's re-election.